Memorial Day weekend in the United States usually follows a quiet, predictable rhythm. It is a time defined by national stability and a peaceful transition into the American summer. But on May 24, 2026, that stability evaporated. Within a single 24-hour cycle, the country was hit by three distinct, simultaneous crises. National crises typically happen in isolation, allowing resources and attention to pool in one direction. When three shocks occur at once, they stretch the fabric of the nation's response systems toward a breaking point. To understand how modern American systems fail, we have to look at these three localized flashpoints and track their blast radiuses from a single street corner to the global economy. The first disruption occurred at the microscale, the physical security perimeter of the White House. At 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, 21-year-old Nasir Best approached a Secret Service checkpoint, pulled a weapon from a bag, and opened fire. Secret Service agents killed the suspect in the ensuing exchange, but a civilian bystander was caught in the crossfire and remains in critical condition. The safety corridor around the President of the United States is currently experiencing a repetitive failure. This was the third time gunfire has broken out in this immediate vicinity in just 30 days. In April, a gunman breached the security perimeter outside the Washington, D.C. hotel hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner, injuring 2 people. Earlier in May, another shooting incident occurred near the Washington Monument, leading to federal charges. These 3 incidents demonstrate that the physical fail-safes designed to protect the executive branch are undergoing a structural collapse. 3,000 miles west in Garden Grove, California, an industrial crisis at the GKN aerospace facility has triggered a massive regional displacement. The threat centers on a 7,000-gallon tank of methyl methacrylate. Under normal manufacturing conditions, the chemical is stable, but in its current state, it is both highly toxic and flammable. The thermodynamics of the tank are failing. Malfunctioning valves have trapped the chemical while the internal temperature rises 1 degree per hour. It has already reached 90 degrees, nearly double its stable 50-degree limit. Because an explosion or leak would release a toxic vapor cloud, authorities established a 5-mile evacuation zone. This has displaced 50,000 residents across Garden Grove and Anaheim, just miles from major population hubs like Disneyland. The scale of the evacuation forced Governor Gavin Newsom to declare a state of emergency, opening local fairgrounds to shelter thousands of displaced families. This regional failure shows how a single industrial malfunction can instantly paralyze an entire municipality. On a macro scale, a Friday afternoon memo from the USCIS quietly overturned 50 years of U.S. immigration precedent. The administration dismantled adjustment of status, the decades-old mechanism that allowed legal immigrants to remain in the U.S. while waiting for their green cards. This affects approximately 600,000 applicants per year. Under the new rule, these individuals, including high-skilled workers and family members of citizens, must abandon their American homes and wait in foreign processing queues for years. Economic experts and industry leaders like Andrew Ng warn this will permanently sever the talent pipeline. They predict a massive loss of AI researchers and doctors who will now choose to take their skills to other countries. A bureaucratic policy change can trigger a systemic shock to the economy that is slower but more geographically destructive than a physical disaster. A collapsed security perimeter, an impending chemical explosion, and a gutted workforce are all results of the same systemic vulnerability. These 3 events share no common cause, but they share a common result: the sudden revocation of safety and legal certainty. When physical, environmental, and legal certainties are revoked simultaneously, it creates a compounding pressure on national stability. This weekend has shown that for many Americans, navigating these simultaneous disruptions is becoming the new baseline. To track the shifts in these systems as they happen, subscribe and stay informed.